Caio Borralho fights for a spot in the UFC Middleweight top 5 rankings. He does so against Jared Cannonier this Saturday. My prediction in this video. Hello and welcome to bloodsportmma.
Assalamu alaikum, Dagestan.
Caio Borralho is the number 12 ranked middleweight contender. His adversary, Jared Cannonier, is the number 5 ranked UFC middleweight contender. And they will scrap in the Apex, unfortunately not in front of a crowd, in the main event. And here's a few interesting points that I see that influence my prediction. So first of all,
Here's the thing, you guys.
we have a pretty significant age difference. Caio Borralho is 31 years old, which is considered entering your fighting prime at a division like middleweight, right? Entering, not being at the prime, entering the prime. Normally it's like 32 something, like 32-ish in the UFC middleweight division. And Cannonier, on the other hand, is over 40 years old.
You're 40 years of age.
Which normally in the middleweight division is when you're either retired already or you're about to retire, right? And Jared Cannonier once fought for a title. He fought against Israel Adesanya for a title a few fights ago that he lost. And in his last few fights, he had up and downs. But what was consistent in his last 2 fights was he got hurt every single time. When he fought Marvin Vettori, who, pretty significant point in my opinion, is a southpaw, just like Caio Borralho, he got hurt several times, and especially early in the round, like 1 minute in, he nearly got knocked out, he barely survived it. And his problem was that he tried to fight Marvin Vettori in a southpaw stance. Cannonier is an orthodox fighter, he stands orthodox. Vettori stands southpaw, but he tried to fight Vettori southpaw to match the stance and to attack the calves. His game plan was probably to just, attack the calves of Marvin Vettori, because you have to see most southpaws are not really used to getting their calves kicked, because when you stand southpaw to, again, guy that stands orthodox, your calf is not really there to be kicked. It's pretty hard to significantly and effectively kick that guy's calf. So he tried to switch his stance to southpaw to give Vettori that problem.
I'm a problem.
But every time Cannonier switched to southpaw, he got hurt. Cannonier is very bad, or had very bad defense in his southpaw stance. And if he tries, and I hope for him it does not, if he tries that again this fight, if he thinks again, okay, I'm fighting a southpaw again, I will try to use that again fighting southpaw as well, he will be in for a bad awakening, because I'm not sure how much he realized how bad his defense was in the southpaw stance against Vettori, because he kept going back to it. And every time he go back to it, he got hurt and clipped. And what I was trying to say is he took a lot of damage over his career. Obviously, he fought at heavyweight, light heavyweight, everything. He's 40 years old, he had a long career, took a lot of shots, and especially his last 2 fights, he got rocked several times. He also got stopped against Nassourdine Imavov in his last fight, right? And of course, you could argue about the early stoppage from Jason Herzog there, but it is a fact that he got rocked a couple of times in that fight, a couple of times in the Marvin Vettori fight, and those things do add up, especially at that age. The speed, he will not get any faster. He didn't look slow in his last fights, but Borralho looked very fast against Paul Craig. His jab was on point. The only thing that Borralho had a little bit of a problem with was the body kicks, but Jared Cannonier is not the most famous for his kicks. He's a guy that likes to let his hands pave the way, right? So this fight will probably be a boxing match, because both guys are not the most significant kickers. They both obviously can kick and whatever, but they both like to throw hands. Caio Borralho, though, also likes to grapple a lot. So that will be a pretty interesting point to see if Borralho will try to take the fight to the ground. But I just believe at this stage of their careers, Caio Borralho is just a much cleaner guy on the feet, defensively as well, more sound, and can at any point of the fight, if he feels like, okay, I'm in danger, he always has the option to take the fight to the ground, because Cannonier is not a bad grappler, but Borralho is, in my opinion, the significantly better grappler. He has phenomenal jiu-jitsu, and what also speaks for Caio Borralho is he's from the fighting nerds. And trust me when I tell you, look at the stats, the fighting nerds, whenever they fight, they win. Like, the fighting nerds are nearly unbeatable. It's insane how good they are. They have such a good camp, such good bodies to work with, and of course, Cannonier trains in the MMA lab, which is a phenomenal gym. Watch my gym review about the MMA lab. Phenomenal gym, but with a lot of smaller guys as well in there. It's mostly bantamweights. So I just think everything speaks for Caio Borralho, whatever.
Joanna Jonjovic? Dude.
I think he will continue the momentum of winning. He's on a 15-fight winning streak if you don't consider his no contest that he had earlier in his career. He has one loss, he lost by decision in 2014, 15-ish, something like that. He's on a crazy streak, and I think he will continue the streak and enter the top 5 on Saturday. How will he do it? I believe he will win by decision. It's a 5-round fight. I don't really... It's possible that he rocks him, hurts him, and finishes Cannonier on the feet. I don't think he will submit Cannonier. The only way, like, I think if he finishes him, he will get a TKO victory. But I do believe that it will be a nice, good fight, and Borralho will win by unanimous decision after 5 rounds. This is my prediction for the fight, you guys. Write your prediction in the comments. What do you think? Who do you have? By what kind of method? Write it in the comments, you guys would appreciate that. Check out the Bloodsport merch, bloodshop.net. I don't put anything from there right now, but check it out. Link in bio. Like this video, guys. Subscribe to this channel, would appreciate that. Stay bloody. Until the next one. Bye-bye. Bloodsport out.